Alright, hello everyone. We are here to unbox a smartwatch that we got from AliExpress, and we are unboxing this one for smartwatchauthority.com. So what we have here in the box is a Limdio B57, and this is how it looks like. More similarly, that it looks like with the Amazfit bip, and also it looks like the Apple Watch. So this is the box that it came with. So it's just simple. It's a lift box, and on the box we have here some product parameters. The TFT LCD Smart Bracelet, which is the device type. Chipset comes with an NRF 52832, and display is 1.3 IPS color TFT LCD. Resolution of the screen is 240 by 240, and it's we call it unlock, a touchscreen unlock. I guess this means that it's a top, or you have to tap the screen to unlock it. The sensors available on this one is 3-axis sensor, or probably this is the gyro, and also the green light rate sensor. Probably this is the what they mean as the heart rate sensor. It's waterproof at IPX67. So this, I guess you can take this in the shower, or about a meter deep of swimming in the pool. But this can take a stroke probably. But I'm not sure if this is really made for swimming. So this comes with a Bluetooth 4.0. And it's compatible to Android 4.4 and above, and if you're using Apple, it's compatible with iOS 9.0 or more. So I got the black one, so here's the indicator of the color that you actually got. So without further ado, let's open the box. So this is a simple lift open box. So the box the product comes with, or in the box I should say, comes with this user manual. Comes in different languages. This contains the parts of the screen, the display area, the hidden touch key, and the optical sensor on the back. So this is the charging, how you will it explains here how you're going to charge the watch, and explains everything here. And this is where you download the app that you need to pair it with your cell phone, so you can do more settings, and all the functions is being discussed over here. But let us check that later on. Let's just put this aside. So in the box, it comes here on a plastic without anything holding it. It's the watch. I'm not sure if this is secure enough, if it goes with the shipping, so probably it will just shake inside. Hope it's durable enough to withstand that. So I already got the plastic, so this is how the watch looks like. So it's pretty much looks like a capsule, like an Apple Watch design or a Amazfit. And also the strap is also similar with the Apple Watch straps. And also let's check the other things in the box. So this is just the foam that's holding it. Also this is the charger inside, so it's a clip-on charger with the contacts here, as you can see. So you clip on the watch over that, and it's a USB connector. So let's just put that aside for later. Let's get into the watch. So there's no actually indicator which one's the up side or the downside, or which one's the top or the bottom. The screen is not actually entirely a touch screen. But the bottom part here is the touchscreen. So the center, you also tap on the side, Also the bottom edge of the screen, it reacts to touch. Right, design wise, it's actually slick. The band is actually pretty stiff, not that really bendable or not really that, but it's actually tough. It feels tough, but it's stiff enough, not really that bendable. Not sure if this will withstand over time, but luckily this is interchangeable. As you can see here, you can detach this one to replace it with different colors. I believe there are available colors. Unfortunately, this did not came with extra straps, so you have to purchase them online as well. Alright, so the display has a really bright display, as you can see here. Even under sunlight, it's pretty much visible. So it's just a tap screen. You have to go through all the options or the menus to navigate all to the options. Right, so with the features, this comes with activity data, and there is a subcategory under data that is actually taking. Next is the heart rate. So in here you will see the heart rate data. It will read through this sensor over here. I guess this is not a real time or 24 hours, or it's not really reading your heart rate all the time, because it will only trigger once you want to get your heart rate. This one is your, so after the heart rate, here is that when you measure the blood pressure, as you can see. This one is the SpO2, or your blood oxygen. This will measure your blood oxygen. This one is the activity tracker, or when you do a run or a walk or other activities, you'll have to go through this menu to track your activity. And this has a smart notification, only messages. It doesn't tell you that you have a call, but only messages. You will not have the ability to respond to the text over here. You have to do it in your phone. Also, this can be a remote shutter once it is connected to your cell phone, and with the Bluetooth, then you can use this as a shutter button for your camera. There's a music player control, and of course the last menu is the settings. So we'll have to go through all the menus and see what's inside. Alright, so for the watch face, this is the watch face that it came with originally. So you can actually change this on the once you're connected to the app. And once you are inside the app, you'll be able to change the watch faces, but we will check that later. For now, let's go to the menu. So the first one is for your exercise data, or the activity data. You have to press down, or a long press on the button on a specific menu to go under the sub menus. So here you will see the exercise and how far, or what is your heart rate currently, and the calories that you burned. Next is the steps that you've taken, and your distance, and the calories that you also burned while walking. Also, this can track your sleep, how much deep sleep you have taken, and light sleep, how many hours of light sleep you have during your sleep. And just it goes to a loop. So to exit this menu, you have to just do long press, and you'll go back to the menu that you were in. Then you have to go through the other menus again. So we are here at the heart rate. So to measure your heart rate, all you need to do is to long press again to get into the sub or the function. So this will measure your heart rate. So to exit on that one, oh, I guess it already exited. So it also measures your blood pressure. So to do that again, you have to long press and wait for about 30 seconds to measure your blood pressure. So I tried this one with a wrist blood pressure monitor. The Omron wrist blood pressure monitor. Unfortunately, this blood pressure monitor on the Limdio B57 did not actually match on the real thing, or the real blood pressure wrist monitor. When I tried to test my blood pressure on the Omron, I had 180 by, or 130 by 80, and I got here 129 by 170. So it's not really an on-point measurement. So maybe you can use this for just measuring your blood pressure when it's not in life-death situation. But if you're really having this hypertension, I guess this wouldn't be a reliable device for that measurement. Right, so for the SpO2, this measures how much oxygen in your blood. So what you need to do is to long press on the button and then wait for a few seconds to get the measurement of your oxygen in your blood. Unfortunately, I don't have a SpO2 meter or a device to compare it with, but I guess this is, as long as you're not below I guess 80 or 60, you're actually good with your blood oxygen. Alright, so your exercise, this is, you just long press and go to the subcategories. So you can scroll through walking, running, cycling, skipping, badminton, basketball, football, swimming, and then the back. So to go back to the menu, you have to select back and then long press to select it, then you'll go back to the menu. Right, next is the messages. You have to connect this to your phone, and this will okay. Alright, so this will be populated once you are connected with your cell phone. Alright, so I guess the shutter button is self-explainable. Once your phone is paired with this watch, you'll be able to use this as a shutter button with your camera on your cell phone. So through the settings, let me go back. Okay, so we have here a timer, mute, and there's a brightness settings. So you can go low, you can go high, and just tap it, and then push it to apply. Here's the factory settings, or reset the entire watch. There's a shutdown option, but I tried this one, but it doesn't really shut down, but it will just turn off the display, and then when you tap it again, it comes back. So let's exit to that. Alright, so to pair this watch to your cell phone, I have here an Apple phone. So you just download the app through the QR code on the manual. So this is called the Hero Band 3 app. So you have to pair this device, make sure your Bluetooth is turned on, and this will automatically detect on your smartphone. So you just had to add a device, And then the B57 is always turned on its Bluetooth, so it will be detected. So you can see here it's already detecting. So just select that one, and once it is already paired, it will automatically sync your time and your steps. So as you can see here on the app, these are the current steps that we have made. The distance is 112 meters, 7 calories burned within 1 minute of walking. So this is the sleep. So this is pretty much how the smartphone app looks like. So nothing much really to see. So it will only give you the data that it collects, no explanations and how to read it and what it means. This is under the data. As you can see here, there are 3 menus. You can do the device settings, so you can change the the watch faces here, so you can turn it into the dial 2 and dial 3. So you can see here right now, if we change that one to this one, then it will change automatically. And if we change it to this one, it will change that automatically as well. So I prefer this one. So there's a single glance that we can see on the watch face to see what we have done so far. This is like the Apple Watch activity dial. You see how much steps that you have done compared to your actual goal. So next is we're going to the notifications. So as you can see here, there are some notifications that you can turn on, like the phone, messages, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, WeChat, Instagram, and Skype. Also the others. So you just turn this off, which one you don't want to receive any notifications from, and you will only receive notifications from the ones that is turned on. I guess that is self-explanatory. Alright, so alarms, I guess that will also be self-explanatory. You just turn it on. To set it, you just click on the time to set it, which one, then save it, then turn on, then it will alarm at 12 a.m. Alright, so for the shutter, here you just have to pair your device and then just long press on it to click and make a shot from your phone camera. So this is the software upgrade. So far it's up to date. Right now here, this is the profile, the user profile of course, the ones using the watch. So we have here gender, height, weight, birth year, step length. So I'm not sure if this is accurate for the step length. You have to do this manually. So you can set the goals on how many steps you have to do every day. Unfortunately, this is not automatic, not like the Garmin that it changes from time to time once you have reached a goal, and it will set it higher to step up on your actual goals. And this is just about the app. So nothing much on the app, nothing much to change, or no other settings that you can customize. So probably that's much to it. So with the watch itself, what I really like is the display is actually pretty much bright. You can set it to a brighter settings. Unfortunately, what I do not like on this one is you do not have the real-time data or display data on the screen. Like for example, for your steps, of course, you want to be motivated and monitor your steps. Of course, you can see that on this indicator on the activity ring. As you can see there, that you have how many steps you have done, and how many sleep, or the sleep tracking also will show that in the watch face. But if you go through the activity, and you have to go to check the numbers, like for example your steps, your heart, you also your sleep and exercise, how many minutes of exercise you've done for the day. So with the blood pressure monitoring, it's not pretty much accurate, but I guess it will give you an idea if you have a high blood pressure at the moment, or you have just a normal one. Although it's not a spot on result, but it would be a good idea or hint if you're on a certain level of blood pressure. With regards to the SpO2, this feature actually does not really, or it's not really available on higher end of smartwatches. I'm not sure if this is actually very useful enough in your fitness tracking, but they have it here on the Limdio B57. If that's useful to you, you don't find this on other expensive watch or popular watches like Fitbit, or with Garmin. It's not even on the Fenix 5, although they have the pulse ox on the smartwatch, Vivo Smart 4, and also on the Garmin Fenix 5 X and Plus. I guess on this just the Plus. They have that pulse ox. It will measure the blood oxygen. This actually is useful if you're actually climbing mountains, and the altitude there, or the oxygen there, is actually thin, and you have to check if your blood oxygen is still normal. So I guess with activities, that's actually the use of the SpO2 measurement. So for the exercise, if you want to go to, if you want to go running, walking, you have to go through this menu, long press to start. You have to long press again to pause it or to stop it. And you have to go through all the menus to go back to the main menu. Okay, for its price range, it's not actually bad for this little watch that we have here. Basically, the display here is not glass, but it actually is plastic. As you can hear, if you tap it, it really sounds like plastic as well. So at its price range at $30 below, you cannot expect much as with the competitors like the other watches on the market. So if you ask me if this is worth it with a price, yes, I guess, because it will collect data. If you only want to have the step counting, if you also need some ideas of your blood pressure and the SpO2 or your blood oxygen, if that's really useful to you, then you can get this watch, because that's not really available very much on other expensive brands. So pretty much useful, but not accurate, I will tell you that. And also the notifications, if that, I guess most of people are actually using this one. This is actually useful to glance some of your messages instead of pulling out your cell phone. This is pretty much also useful. Shutter button if you're a selfie person, or if you're into photography, then I guess this will also be useful. The music player also will also be useful. So control on the music on your phone. So you can stop. You have to go through all the tapping to go, or to be able to select one of them. Like for example, you want to play, you have to press and hold that one to play the music. So it's playing right now on my phone, and then you have to long press again to pause it, and that goes with the other one. So to exit, I just have to exit this one like that. Okay, so I guess that's much to it. Durability wise, I would say I'll give it a 2, because with this stiff bracelet, if you over bend it, I guess this will snap or this will tear, especially at this portion here, which is the softest part. I'm not sure if this is going to hold or it's going to last for 3 months. I'm not sure. Although this is actually replaceable, you can get replacement bands. For the display, I'm not sure. This is actually lightweight watch. If this actually falls on the floor, I don't believe this will have a great impact to break the plastic. Although plastic does have a less, it's not prone to breakage, so maybe it will scratch. But for value, or it doesn't look really prime to me, because it's all plastic. Although it's very light, if you don't want any heavy watches, and if you want to forget something on your watch, like you're wearing one, then this is actually a good choice. The Limdio B57. So overall, I should say, yeah, I like this watch. I'm gonna tell you what I like about it and what I don't. Basically, I like the design. If you're going to wear this on your wrist, it would be mistaken for an Apple Watch or a Amazfit bib. Yeah, I like that, and basically I like the display. It's actually bright enough, and it actually is better than other smartwatches or expensive smartwatches. This actually looks like an OLED color display, so I like that one too. Well, also I like that there is a blood pressure, at least if it's not really that on point, or the results are not really that accurate, but at least it will give you an idea that you are having a high or a low blood rate or blood pressure on your or your blood pressure. So that's actually pretty much useful, I guess, but you don't have to, or you should not base your I would not say that you would have to depend on depend your life on it. That if you actually see that there is a pretty much a bad result on, or if there's a high result on your blood pressure, I guess you have to check it with a real thing, or have someone check your blood pressure for real. But at least this will actually give you a good idea if you're having a good blood pressure rate as of the moment. If you want to check it, if you're feeling bad, then I guess this will just give you a good idea. Also, the SpO2, this may be a gimmick, because this watch, this watch is actually very much an urban watch, or you can use this for a city life. Not really recommended for activities over the mountain or climbs. Basically, the SpO2 is only useful if you go on high altitude places to check if your blood oxygen is still normal. So I pretty much say that the SpO2 rating or the sensor test is pretty much a gimmick, unless your doctor is actually recommending to check your SpO2 from time to time. And since I do not have any device that will check an actual blood oxygen, just like that blue sensor or that green sensor you clip on your thumb to get the blood oxygen device or blood oxygen rating on your fingers, then I cannot say this is actually accurate. But with regards to the menus, the things that I don't like about this watch is, of course, one is the strap. It's okay, it actually holds, but I don't trust if this is actually very comfortable, because it's not really bendable. Also, one thing is the navigation. I don't like the navigation part, You have to go through all the menus to get into the option that you actually want, and that you do not have the actual display or real-time display of your steps on your current heart rate, that you have to go through the test to get the actual heart rate, so you don't get that options as well. So pretty much that's are most of the things that I don't like about this, but the rest of it, overall, this is actually a good watch. It's very good for its price point at $30 below. So if you like that, then you can get it. The description is the link is in the description below, if you want to purchase it through AliExpress. The Limdio B57.